Hi guys, hope you are doing well and having a good time, and we are back again with our next video. And this time the topic of the video is
how to take care of your money when you come here as new immigrant to Canada, and one very requested video which is about credit cards. So make sure you watch this video till very end.
and guys, do like and subscribe our videos.
Without further ado, let's start the video.
So guys, when you come here with your money, be it in cash, be it in forex card, or in the form of traveler's check, the first step should be to open a bank account the very next day after your landing.
Now, why it is important, we'll come to it at a bit later stage. But what we did was we got all the money here in cash and we deposited all the money in our savings account here in Canada.
So why Gundeep is stressing so much on savings account? Because in Canada there are different types of accounts. When you open a bank account, there are two accounts basically. One is the checking account and the other one is the savings account. And one more type of account is there, which is the US savings account.
Checking account which is some kind of your transactional account. Whenever the money is deposited in your account, either it's salary or anything, it's going to be deposited in your checking account. So that is one account which is used for most of the transactions here.
So checking account doesn't bear any interest. You don't get any kind of interest when you have money in your checking account. But if you want to earn interest, then the savings account come into picture.
The savings account is something where you will keep on getting interest as compared to checking account. But if you have to make any transactions, for example, if you have to send me money, please do that. You can do that only if money is in your checking account. And if it is in your saving account and you transfer money from your saving to my checking account, it will incur some extra cost. So make sure you're aware of that. It happened with you, right?
Yeah, I did it once or twice, and then I had to call the customer care people. Oh my god, it was my first time. Please give me the money back. Actually, just for small amounts, you get to pay a lot of fees on that.
Yeah.
So be careful with that.
And guys, whatever bank you open your account with, they have their mobile apps through which you might be doing most of the transactional work, maybe depositing money to your landlord or some stuff like that. And even on the websites, whenever you're doing that transfer, it will show you that this transaction incurs this much fees, maybe $0 fees or anything like that. So make sure you are aware of it.
Yeah, and when you land as a new immigrant, different banks offer you with different schemes. So make sure that you inquire with the bank you are interested in opening the account with, that what new immigrant scheme they are offering you.
One bonus tip here, go to the bank representative and tell them that you are a new immigrant here. Make us aware of all the schemes for new immigrants. And I tell you what, using this, go to different banks and make sure you get your account open to that bank which gives you more number of facilities.
Yes, and especially the credit card limit. Because what happened with us, we didn't have much time because we had to start with our jobs immediately. So they offered us that we are able to give you only $500 of credit card limit, and we were like, okay, we don't have any option, and we were not in the position of going to some other banks and inquiring with them.
Yeah.
And that was the mistake we made.
And then we got to know that some of our friends, they came like after a week or so, and they got about $1,500 or $2,000 limit.
Yeah, $2,000.
$2,000. Like imagine same bank, and they got $2,000 limit, and we got $500, which wasn't that fair. They didn't got thousands of dollars. They also had the same amount of money. But anyways, make sure you shop around. Make sure you go to different banks and see whichever is giving you good facility. But the crux here, the summary here, which we are trying to tell you is, whatever the money you have, try to deposit in your bank as soon as possible.
Yes, and now coming to the very important part of this video, which is the credit card.
So once you open a bank account, you will get an option to get a credit card and a debit card. Now there are various different types of credit cards.
There are basically three types of credit cards, I'll say, in the sense that one is where you earn points. The second one is the scene card, which is exclusive to Scotia Bank, where you earn some points and then you can get movies for free.
Yay!
We don't have that.
I'm planning to get it, scene card, because now we've started watching a lot of movies, so.
Yeah. And the third type is the cashback card.
And there will be different offers from the banks which will keep on coming. Based on that, they have different credit cards. But basically, these are the three general types of credit cards where you have an option for points, you have an option for cashback, or maybe to get some discounts on a restaurant or for a movie.
Yeah, so guys, getting a credit card is very easy in Canada because everything revolves around your credit history. From buying a mobile phone to buying a house, everything will revolve around the credit card.
That is why the top banks here in Canada, like the TD, CIBC, RBC, and obviously the Scotia Bank. I say obviously Scotia because Scotia has branches there in India now as well, and they all offer credit cards to new immigrants with a lot of facilities.
Alright, and a few subscribers of ours had asked that whether they can open an account from India. Yes, you can, but it won't be active. The account will get activated only after you land here and submit your documents of identity proof, like your passport and your landing paper.
Right.
Yeah.
So without that, they won't be, making the account active. You can open it back from your home country, that is where the Scotia Bank branches are, but it won't be active, so it doesn't make sense. I will recommend come here, shop around, see where you're getting good facilities. Again, I think this is the third time I'm saying, and then why I'm stressing is because I want you guys to get more benefit as compared to like what are the mistakes we made. We want that you guys don't make those mistakes. So, alright guys, now coming to the main part here. Once you get a credit card, it sometimes takes a week's time for you to get a credit card on your mailbox from bank. But once you have your credit card, make sure you make all the payment with your credit card. And I will say don't spend cash, that is money, on buying stuff, maybe groceries, or spending on, or even giving money to your landlord. Do it via online transfer. But for the groceries and whatever the expenses you have, make sure you use credit card. And now Gagan is going to tell why I'm stressing so much on using credit card for every expense.
Because guys, that makes you build your credit history, and it will take around 3 to 4 months to build your credit history, and it will happen only when you make even the smallest transaction through the credit card. And even if you have like millions of dollars in your bank account, it hardly matters. But once you go to buy anything from a mobile phone to a house, they will check your credit history and they will make sure that it should be good in order to buy whatever you want to.
So guys, if you have $5 note in your pocket and you're going to buy Timmy's coffee, which is about $2 or $1.50, do not take that note out. Always take your credit card out and make the payment, because those transactions, whatever the the payments you are making, they are going to build your credit history. Now guys, we had such experience when we came here like new. We wanted to get a new phone, as we've seen in a lot of videos, like people come here to Canada and first thing they do is get a new latest brand new phone, which I think we also tried, but we failed because of this particular issue that we didn't have any credit score.
Yeah, and nobody becomes your guarantor here because nobody wants to take that liability on their head. So don't expect this even from your closest ones, because they might refuse to become a guarantor.
But yeah, so even for phone we have discussed, even for our car, and guys, most importantly, like after a year or two, you might have to buy a house. For that, credit score is so important.
Yeah, because we went to a bank to inquire for whether we are eligible for buying a house or not, she straightforwardly said that it doesn't matter whatever money you have in your savings or checking account, we are more concerned about your credit history. So guys, what is the most efficient way to use the credit card? The most efficient way to use it to exhaust just 50% of the limit and making sure that you pay it back and then again you use it. So for example, if you have $1,000 of credit limit and you have already exhausted $500 out of it, so you make sure that you pay it back and then only you start using it again. Now it doesn't mean that you cannot use the complete $1,000, but this impacts your credit history. And once in a while it is fine, but make it a practice to just exhaust 50%, which will help you build your credit history in a very efficient way.
So guys, this is a very important best practice that I will advise you all to adapt in your lifestyle. Like whatever the expenses you make with your credit card, start paying for it. Else you won't know, like credit card spoils people, like anything, because here shopping is so addictive, and especially when the Black Friday and the sale season is on. So just be aware of that.
Now you people will be thinking that how we'll know that what our credit score is. So there are a few apps and websites where you can do it for free, and one of them is Mogo, M-O-G-O, which we use. They have an app, and whenever your score gets updated, you get a notification on your phone and you can check what it is.
I think every month we get a notification from them, and every month it keeps on rotating and all. But make sure you start building your credit history once you come here to Canada, so that we are making this video to make you aware like how important that is, and start using the best practices when you come here, even as a student, right? Start using these best practices.
And guys, one more very important point, that don't go to any of the say a mobile phone vendor or any bank or anywhere else to get your credit score assessed again and again, because it does hamper your credit score. Every time you get an official credit check from any of the banks or any of the bureaus, your score goes down by 2. So you need to make sure that you just use the app to check your score, and until and unless it is very important for you to get an official credit check, don't do it.
True. Alright guys, so this was all about the best practice of credit card, how to make sure you efficiently use your credit card and build credit score when you come here to Canada. If you have any questions, put in the comment section below. We'll make sure to reply on this. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please make sure to subscribe to our channel Kenny Dream and follow us on Instagram as well.
Alright guys, see you in the next video. Till then, take care and bye-bye.